I wonder if perhaps this baby might be a way for my brother to find happiness. A way to save him from himself.
Maybe somewhere deep down, he still is the brother we once knew.
The promise of a child shows us all the possibilities of a future that could be.
You still cling to the hope that I can be redeemed.
He's still in there.
What do I care?
It's okay to care. It's okay to want something. What's her name?
Hope. Her name is Hope.
This was our hope. This was our family's hope.
This city would have seen you dead. But I will have it your own. And every soul wishes you harm will be struck down. Just as sure as my blood runs in your veins, you will return to me. I want to be king.
And what of Haley and the baby?
Every king needs an heir. You see that crest? My heir belongs here.
And what was it you once said to me? Every king needs an heir.
Is it so important to you that people quake with fear at the sound of your name?
People quake with fear because I have the power to make them afraid. What will this child offer me? Will it guarantee me power?
So is that all this child means to you? A grab for power?
Children are meant to save us from the worst parts of who we are.
Listen about Nick. He is a monster. Do not ever cross him.
Ever since you were little, people were terrified of what you could become because they were afraid that you might turn out like your dad.
You don't know this man. We're dead. We're all dead.
That baby will bring death to us all.
I think you're afraid to see her. Now that she's old enough, she can see you. What if she sees you as a monster and hates you for it?
I will tear you limb from limb. And only then, when you're a writhing mass of blood and flesh, will I rip your heart from your chest.
Is that what you fear? You don't want her to fall into that cycle of violence.
So start answering my questions, or I'm gonna rip your arms off and beat you to death with them.
All of this is the world that you created, Niklaus. And one day, your daughter will know exactly the kind of man that her father is.
Dad?
The horror in your eyes that night when you saw me is burned in my memory.
You know, the thing is, you have that now too, don't you?
It's someone you would rather die than allow to be harmed.
Someone you love more than anything, even yourself. How does that feel to be one of us? Someone with something to lose.
I have brought into the world a weapon they can use against me.
There were really wonderful parts of my father. But what if I have all the other parts too?
Then instead of hating your darkness, she'll learn by example and become a monster herself.
So if my daughter decides to end his life, then that would make her someone who vanquishes her enemies, following in the footsteps of her father.
And he doesn't give up. If he wants something, he gets it.
We both know that Hope will never quit until she gets what she wants.
Yes, well, I'm sure you're aware my brother Niklaus doesn't like to be told what to do.
Then I don't like being told what to do.
Even if she is free of Dahlia's firstborn curse, Hope would still be Klaus's daughter.
Hope will always be the daughter of Klaus Michelson, the hybrid killer with 1,000 enemies.
She'd inherit 1,000 years of enemies.
But at the end of the day, the enemies that you have are the ones that you made.
I want the last words you ever hear to be my solemn vow. I will find your daughter.
You will wear the fate your father deserved.
Is that what you want for your daughter?
All his anger and rage.
Give me your anger, Hope!
Is this the rest of my life? A rage that can only be quieted by violence?
Is that how you want her to see the world?
Watch me, because I am my father's daughter.
Please tell me I'm not having a mini Klaus.
Hope if violence is what you need to feel better, then you have the perfect father. I know I can't kill you,
You're right. I'm not gonna kill you,
but I shall have a fine time trying.
but I have no problem hurting you. So maybe you should try to stop being like him. Do I'll take your advice.
Wait until you see what I've got in store for Haley.
Or do I have to find that mother of yours who's never around?
1,000 years of family has taught me to expect betrayal from those I hold most dear. The only thing she did is pull out the dagger you stuck in my heart.
There's still family hurt. Not that it's family if they just stab you in the back.
Go for it. Give it your best shot. You won't succeed.
No, I'll tell you what. Why don't you come at me with that thing? Let's find out.
I'm something else. A different kind of monster.
There is no monster like me.
I am the thing that lesser men fear.
Scared yet?
But he does want more from life than to just be feared. He's too broken to find it himself. But I do believe there is hope for him and the baby that you carry.
You believed there was a light in me, that I could be a light for my daughter. I'm afraid without you, I'll return to the darkness.
He's not better off without that child, Rebecca, and neither are we.
You're my heart. She's my heart and soul. From the moment I saw you, I wanted nothing more than to be worthy of being your father. All those who have loved me have lived to regret it. But I do know this, my littlest wolf. I will do right by you.
When Niklaus was born, I was overjoyed. I thought, this one has the eyes of a warrior.
You're Hope's father, aren't you? You look like her, around the eyes.
I see him in you.
Well, she has a hint of the devil in her eyes.
I was speaking of Niklaus.
That's all me.
In fact, I used to believe that you were the key to my brother's redemption.
Redemption? He's never gonna change. Not even for his own daughter.
Oh, he already has. She has changed him. You're his everything. And without you, he wouldn't even be making this sacrifice. Do you understand you've accomplished in 15 years what I couldn't in 1,000?
So you can be the light for your little girl.
Finally living up to the potential that Cammy saw in you. In fact, you helped me believe in something your uncle once said.
Family is power, Niklaus. Love, loyalty, that's power.
Family is power. My daughter. My heir.
Think. This child could offer you the one thing that you've never believed you had.
Because you've helped me feel something that I never thought was possible. And what's that? Unconditional love.
The unconditional love of family.
A father protecting his daughter, I'd say that's exactly right.
Elijah was willing to take the curse completely.
And what kind of father allows another man to die for his child?
The kind that loves her.
I love you. You truly believe I am redeemed.
How do we do this?
I'll stop searching for his redemption when I believe there is none left to be found.
I wish I knew. It's not a crime to love what you cannot explain. And you should know, my littlest wolf, that even when all seems burnt to ash, in our story, there is always another chapter to be told.